Blue Streak speeds by Azelf the Pixie. Too dumb to be a good Pokemon. Azelf the Pixie. Azelf, it is far too rare. Azelf, it is really boring. Azelf, it's the last Pokemon in my Pokedex. It's the last Pokemon in my Pokedex except for Manaphy, which I forgot about because it's boring and I already have all 3 Fioning fees. But anyway, if my song did not tip you off, this is the last thing I need, and it took me too long to find. It took like 5 dang tries, and admittedly they could have done much worse, like Mystery Dungeon with all its happy-go-lucky 1% chance appearing at level 99 things in the dungeons that reduce you to level 1, and then you have like a 3% chance of catching it after beating it and going through 99 floors of the dungeon. I don't know, a lot of the concepts behind Mystery Dungeon just upset me. Anyway, I have a team of things that are strong. Hopefully I'll be able to beat the EX rank without much problem, but really I'm happy that I've gotten the Pokedex complete, and I will probably waste this entire part making the last couple things and talking about what was interesting or not, because I sort of cut out a lot of stuff. Okay, stupid Moltres with it. It's probably having better stats than Mewtwo. I don't know, Mewtwo is just like sort of weak. I don't know. I'm like extraordinarily suspicious that the only things that determine your attack and defense stats in this game are how many stars you have, where Mewtwo has 5 stars in attack and 3 stars in defense, which I think is pretty accurate to his actual ratio of attack to defense stats, but I'm thinking that means that Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina, which all have 5 stats in both, are considerably stronger than it, even if they aren't as cool looking. I don't know how it works, I'm just sort of guessing here, but the fact that Mew, which has 3 stars and everything to represent its well-roundedness, I guess, because it has 100 in every stat, in case you didn't know for some sick reason, that is like basically unusable at this point. It's a little lower leveled than these guys, but really just has worse stats. Maybe the fact I gave it Surf, which isn't really the world's best move in this game. I don't know. Oh, thanks. Didn't know that last several times you told me that. Anyway, let's look at my... Oh, wait, no, not yet. Release point. Sort by natural Pokedex number. Fione. Or, I don't even know how to pronounce it. I know it's a reference to Fior, where the first Pokemon Ranger took place, or something, maybe. Oh, look, it's a Manaphy. Okay, I don't want to release the Manaphy, but well, it's better than me, which sort of pisses me off, but not really an offensive powerhouse. You've got them all! Congratulations! Wow, I wasn't even expecting a reward for that. Thank you. So anyway, yeah, nothing really of interest here, although Weedle, I think, took me an awfully long time to find. I can't even remember if I did that in, like, my grinding session that I actually uploaded, whereas most of it I just did off-screen after figuring it out. Only thing of note here is Shiny Golbat, and I think Gloom and Vileplume took me... Oh yeah, Jigglypuff actually was pretty hard to find. I did a lot of runs of the rank thingy before I could find it, because it's only in the normal rank C grassy garden thing. Nothing too special on this page. I think Bellsprout took a while with the whole first stages being rare. Farfetch was actually pretty hard to find. I can't even remember if I ended up I think I ended up just finding one, but it only appears in like the first 2 normal ranks. Let's see. Kangaskhan, I basically just had to get through the roulette. Chansey itself wasn't that bad, but there is something else that I'll talk about when I get there. Oh, Staryu took me a while. I think I got it without too much trouble after I started looking for it. All the Eons are fairly common. I mean, they only generally take 1 or 2 tries to show up, or at least the first gen Eons. I already went over how annoying it was to get Glaceon for some weird reason, but Vaporeon was annoying to get 3 times. And I went through it like 3 times and got like a bunch of Eevee rooms with no Vaporeon leader, and then finally I got like 3 Vaporeons, and it was enough to get that last Phione. Lapras, I get, because it's a boss, you get it a lot out of the lottery. Kabuto was actually, I think, the last Pokemon in the Kanto Dex. Dratini was also close, but I did get a Dratini normally once, I think. But yeah, Kabuto and Ammonite were pretty hard, and Ammonite I lucked out and got 5 Amostars through the lottery, whereas Kabuto I just had to get through the lottery itself. I don't know why Kabutops weren't showing up more frequently, but yeah, Kabuto's okay. if you can remember back to that point, the legendary birds are like pitifully easy, which is sort of weird and lucky, but yeah. Mewtwo, you saw me make it. Mew, you saw me hacks it, although it's not really that good anymore. On this page, well, Staraptor and Staravia deserve a shout out because of how friggin' useful they were in catching things. Shieldon I found without too much trouble. It was sort of hard. And yeah, Burmy and Wormadam took me a while to get all the cloaks for, because I got like 2 sand cloaks on both Burmy and Wormadam after trading them. And in case you, if I didn't mention it earlier, you trade 5 Mothams to get a Burmy coat, and 5 Burmies of any type to get a Wormadam and a coat. Yeah, and there's a 1 in 3 chance of it being any coat, so you could be really unlucky and just get the grass coat, which normally spawns. Shellos and Gastrodon, 5 of 1 form to get the other form. Other evolution, other form. So yeah, 5 pink Shelloses to get a blue Gastrodon. That was one of the last things I got, but for no real reason. It was just, like, not a priority. Didn't care about Shellos that much. Cherubi was actually pretty hard. I'm pretty sure I had to grind 5 Cherrim before I found a single Cherubi. I had to trade down to it. I got, like, Drifloon and Drifbloom without thinking about it somehow. I think I got it through a lottery. Happiny was really annoying. I had to find 5 Chanseys and trade them down to it. I did not find any Happiny ever on its own. It's stupid. Bonsley and Mime Jr. took me a few runs of the Ghost House that had them in it, but I did happen to find them both on the same run after looking for a while, so that wasn't anything too bad. Riolu was annoying. It took me a lot of times. I almost had enough Lucarios to trade in. I was trying to do that. I have not seen any Munchlax in the wild. I had to trade Snorlaxes for it. Hooray, another shiny Drapion. I don't think anything special is going on here. Togekiss took me several tries to find, although I technically did find it the first time I went looking for it when I was using Jinx with a weak attack instead of Staravia with a 1 HP attack that works better. Glaceon was annoying, it just took me too many tries to find. The Rotom forms were a bit frustrating, but luckily the lottery seemed pretty generous with Rotoms. I don't know if that was just luck or what. Uxie, Mispirit, and Azelf, well, yeah, you've seen me get all these legendaries already, except maybe Heatran, Regigigas, and Cresselia, which basically just spammed the lottery for them because the bosses are pretty common, but Azelf took me 11 tries to find once, I believe. I don't know where the other 2 live. They might live in different things, but what? I've done this 4, 6, 7, 11 times to get the 2 of them, so that's like 5 each, whereas that one alone took 11, so I don't know if that's just a coincidence. It probably is, but they were a bit frustrating. And without any further ado, let's try the level 4 EX. Yes, thank you, the Wii Remote's running low. I can see that you told me that several times. This is not really a legitimate complaint because it's sort of helpful to make sure you don't run out of batteries by accident. Anyway, hopefully now that I'm using a Mewtwo for this, I should be better. Whoops. Oh, Mewtwo, you and your incredible defensive stats. So yeah, Psycho Cut, I have a hard time imagining Psychic or whatever the 5-star Psychic move would be much better, and Aura Sphere is fun because you can just sort of sit down and it automatically homes it in pretty much the closest thing, so you don't have to worry about it if there are only a couple things coming at you. It seems to be better against the... It seems to... I was gonna say better against the bosses, but it's sort of mostly based on what's hitting them for super effective damage. But, yeah, a lot of stuff comes with Aura Sphere at the legendary level, or at least happened to for me. I recommend it. It's good not to have to aim. You automatically turn to face stuff too, so you can just be running away and then tap A so you don't get killed. And also, I almost recorded it. It wasn't going on long enough when I actually thought it would be funny to record. But my Staraptor, which admittedly wasn't the strongest Staraptor in the world, it was just the S rank, another S rank one, but in the another C rank Bugville, it got totally surrounded by what I want to call Bugsies for some strange reason. I might as well just switch to Dialga. I'm not sure if Earth Power is going to work as well as I irrationally want it to. Fairly certain it won't, but I do like it just because it lowers defense and has a nice hit range, even though I can't hit things in front of me, which is a bit bad. Whatever. I have Aura Sphere. Running low on time. What was I talking? Oh yeah, a bunch of Badoo raped my thingy to death. And it was really funny because there were like at least 8 of them all doing like 11 damage with each hit. And I just was literally unable to move, and that's sort of like the bad part about this game